several weeks, my teammates and I at World Racing have worked countless hours trying to get FWING 2.0 done and make it a reality to come race it here in New Jersey this weekend at the second GTA event. But unfortunately, time just wasn't on our side. Cutting corners wasn't an option, and even though Scotty and I put several 24-hour periods straight at the shop, just wasn't enough time to actually get the thing done and race ready for this weekend. So at the last absolute minute we had, we stopped what we were doing inside the shop, loaded the trailer up, and hit the road late Tuesday night. We pulled out of Torrance about midnight and just arrived here in New Jersey finally Friday evening. The guys have got the trailer unloaded, and now the two cars are facing each other. We're gonna pull the transmission out of the new car, put it in the old car, because we know the old car is a solid car that we can race this weekend, post up good numbers, and hopefully win this second GTA event.
Throttle, car's barely moving, and then I'm 10 feet away from the pedals. I can't even go full throttle.
We had something binding up that's keeping the car from wanting to roll forward very easy.
We got to loosen them up. Is it something else, or are we thinking it's a brake bleeding issue?
Well, they don't want to adjust the balance bar because then they said the back will lock up.
Okay.
So you think we should push the piston back, try to push it back with a screwdriver? Because if we can't even do that, then something's up with the master. Something's binding the master, right? We should be able to push the piston back.
What, right now, without cracking the bleeders? Or with cracking the bleeders?
Without cracking the bleeders.
How the f did they lock? It felt like the brakes were on.
It's hot, sunny, humid, Jersey. Fist pumping this car all the way down the track. We got a little issue. It seems like the brakes were locked up. So we threw the car together late last night, got it running, put it through the gears, seemed okay. Chris took it out for the first lap, and something was locked up, something wasn't right. He brought it back in, wouldn't make any power. We wanted to diagnose to see if it was an axle issue, a transmission issue, or a brake issue. So we've narrowed it down to a brake issue, and we're gonna look at the brakes now and try to bleed them, see if that remedies the problem.
We took our car out for the first session and there was a gang load of problems, everything from the seat position to the brakes. The brakes were locked and they were basically locked the whole way around the track, and the car's not very happy like that. So brought the car in right away and we're trying to figure out what's going on, why the front brakes in fact are locked, whether it's a master cylinder that mechanically has failed or what. We're still not exactly sure, but the boys are on it right now. We're gonna figure it out so we can get out for the next session and start to make some tire smoke with this sign.
You feel that?
I feel all that chunky.
Yeah.
Look, why?
Look at this.
Because the bearing's all the way over here.
That's probably the problem.
The ball bearing's all the way shoved over.
Basically on the pedal that's in the car, we're gonna replace it with this one. It kind of worked its way through the actual material here and busted it and split it open. So this balance bar in this car is kind of chunky, I guess you could say. So when you hit the pedal, there's a couple little notches. So we think that has something to do with it. It's not evenly plunging the master cylinders, which applies to all the brake pressure. So, you know, it's a start.
We actually borrowed one of the push rods from one of the other master cylinders here, and to make this one, because we do not have another 7/8 master cylinder, but we're making this one work.
Oh, it's bound.
Yep.
Sweet.
The whole pedal is all smooth and now.
Great.
I don't know if we can go off of the bias it now, because that's all going to be different.
Well, is it the same master sizing? Are the masters the same size?
Yeah.
Then
master.
it's got to be to the front.
Okay.
All the way to the front.
We repaired our master cylinder. It's free now, not binding up. Now we're manually bleeding the brakes.
Wasn't too bad. We got a little bit of data. The car's still not making the boost Christian wants, or hell, that we want to go out there and compete with. So we're going to take the little bit of information that we learned from being out there on this session, plug it into the computer, let James and Gary go over it, and try to figure out where our boost leak is coming from, and then hit the final session of the afternoon. Hopefully get something under a minute 10 under the books.
I see what Jeff means. This track is going to be fun.
We found the problem. By taking it apart, we're going to change turbos. There's a crucial piece missing in between the wastegate. Actually, it's a valve seal for the wastegate valve. Wasn't in there. You know, somebody made a mistake, didn't put it in. Trying to find it. Don't know if it's on the truck, so we might have to go buy one or borrow one. So we're in the process of that now.
We ran 260mm gates before to be able to control the boost, because what we were having is we have a problem. We like to be able to control it from 0 to 50. And it's easy to control it from 25 to 50 or 0 to 25, but to go from 0 to 50, it takes a little bit more work.
I wanted to see if you have a PowerGate 60mm wastegate in stock. Yeah, or even a used one. I'm looking for. I'm here at the NJ Motorsports Park, and I'm in a bit of a pinch.
So I had an idea. Instead of modifying the manifold, cutting it all apart, we thought maybe just putting a block off plate to just make the boost do whatever it wants to do. But we had an extra Turbonetics wastegate in the truck, missing some parts, but we're going to Frankenstein it together, or at least have some kind of wastegate. It's not as big as what we want or what we run, but it'll be something. So we're going to get that on here and go out for another session.
The guys made some makeshift changes to get the car on the road. We had to substitute our normal wastegate for something else just to try to get out there. And for all intents and purposes, it worked because the car made more than 4 pounds of boost. But on the flip side, it made 51 pounds of boost everywhere, which is too much.
Sunday morning, we just got here. It's a little damp out, but it's starting to dry up because it rained last night. but we're 20 minutes out from the first GTA session of the day, and this should be our best session of the day to run fast in. So the guys have set the car up full boost and we're ready to go. We've got warm tires on it, and we're gonna see what she does when we take her up here to grid here in a couple of minutes.
This is looking like the only opportunity to put in a good number because it's looking like it's gonna get real hot and real muggy real quick.
It was a good lap. Everything seemed to be working, but the mount that holds the belt crank for the shifter when he's shifting gears up and down, this bolt's working out, and it's the main bolt that holds the whole thing together. So what's happening for feedback for Chris is the shifters just vibrating violently all over the place, and when that's happening, it's engaging and disengaging the gears, so it's not good for the transmission or all the stuff inside it.
Rado's running records, Captain Chaos is in full effect. The gold shoes, the awesomeness, the flowing bangs, it's just, the aura about him is amazing. 105 right now, hopefully they'll go even faster, so we're excited to watch him run.
Way better.
This is into one. Okay, this is where coming into one, and if you look going to the middle of one, you were, I mean, about 14, 16 miles faster going to the middle.
I wanted that 103, Big James.
In the last session of the day, the guys got the car ready. Chris made his warm-up lap, and when he went hot into the first turn, something broke in the transmission, which spun him off course. He was able to get the race car back to the pits, and the guys and I think we've identified the problem. Unfortunately, it's not something that we're going to be able to fix here today in New Jersey. So we'll pack everything up, take our car back to Reading, Pennsylvania, where we'll fix it and get ready for the next GTA race, which is going to be in Joliet, Illinois next month. We'll see you soon.